Hey, Big Love fam. Welcome to Super Freak. This is a high vibe podcast, y'all, exploring all things frequencies, how they govern, form, shape our realities, and are the key to living from your full potential. It's non-woo convos about super woo shit, unpacking what I call the science of self, from body and soul literacy to the power of understanding vibration, higher consciousness, quantum physics, and spiritual psych. Let this podcast become a resource for you on your journey to self-mastery. If you're curious and ready to free your mind, unlock the body, and truly become limitless, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Tally. This is Super Freak, Awakening for the Next Gen. Let's go. Hey, everybody. On this week's minicast, I'm going to be reviewing a clip from How to Awaken Faster from episode 17. Enjoy. So in one of my videos, I talked about how you can awaken faster. This is on TikTok, my bread and butter platform at this point. I want to talk to you guys about how to awaken faster and what it really means. So at the core of behavioral change, when it comes to changing your identity, is understanding how you create your reality from a pattern perspective. Okay? So what does that actually look like? What are your thoughts, behaviors, and actions around an emotion that you're feeling? Understanding that emotions are accommodating programs and that you are not your emotional body. Emotions are there to accommodate programs that are running. What do I mean by that? So if you're feeling a certain way about something, someone, or you're triggered, for example, by, let's say, the tone of my voice on a video, and I had someone actually tell me, you're too direct, you don't have any empathy. And I was like, okay, that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with the way that you're hearing me based on the patterns that you're running. So if someone is running abuse, victim, and has come from abuse, someone like me with my level of confidence, with my level of assertiveness and assertiveness in terms of the way I deliver my content might be triggering. I 100% get that because I am not going to pander to people's patterns. I just won't, because I see you all from a very different perspective. So if you're coming at me, telling me a whole lot of the details about the shit that's happening in your life, like, I'm bored. I say that with so much love, but I super am. I'm the friend that when people call me, I give them clarity, because that's what people need in a crisis. You want clarity, not comfort, right? I'm going to get you out of the story. I'm going to get you into action. I'm going to get you into contrary action, which is where this question is coming from. And part of the awakening process is, okay, I am in a paralysis loop. My nervous system is shut down. I'm in shame. And the story I'm telling myself is that I'm not good enough. I can't believe I did this again. How did I let this happen? And you just start spiraling. Okay. When you're in a shame shitstorm, as Brene Brown calls it, or when you're in, at least from my perspective, I call it a loop. When you're in that level of looping, okay, the way to break that is to pop out and observe yourself, not your body, but pop into a different perspective of observation. So how do I do that? How does one do that? So again, for me, when I find myself, I'm racing, or my mind is racing, or I'm stuck in any kind of loop or story, or I feel that my vibration is low, I will immediately close my eyes, reset myself, because I need to reorient myself in time. I need to reorient myself in space-time. Then I will spatial reference, exactly the same tools that I teach you guys. I have some other things that I do, which is several different exercises of finding different points inside of my body and then approximating the distance of those objects around me outside of my body with my eyes closed. So I use a lot more of my non-photon based sensory perception to cultivate where I'm locating myself in time. What does that actually mean? Photon is light. So we only see on a light spectrum based on what we can perceive based on a light spectrum, the electromagnetic spectrum, if you will, gamma rays, soft rays, extreme ultraviolet, mid-infrared. These are all extremely high frequencies. And we're also very limited in terms of what the human eye can perceive, from infrared photons to, I think there's 3 different types of cone cells, each register, like 100 different color shades. Anyway, I say all this because we're very limited in what we can see. What I do and how I cultivate my strength with my eyes is I keep my eyes closed and I see through my eyelids, and I start to perceive patterned information without photons. By doing that, it allows me to shut off more of my sensory perception in terms of my eyes, and I amplify more of my other senses, and that locks me into time. Then once I kind of can feel myself deeply in my body, I can start to observe what just happened. What pattern is going on right now? What is the story I'm telling myself? What is the events that led up to this particular feeling, emotion, reaction? Audit or inventory the actual event or catalytic event that led you to have some type of emotional response. So if you're in a group of friends, that group of friends forgets to invite somebody, that person who didn't get invited has a very, is feeling a certain type of way about it. That's accommodating a program of not feeling left out, not feeling good enough. Chances are that this person would have an imprinting on their nervous system about being left out. Ergo, a dramatic reaction ensues. So I say all of this because the moment you can step into the observer and not have buy-in to your emotions and understand that your emotions are accommodating a program, the quicker you actually can get into action. When I get into a loop, the quickest way for me to actually break the loop is to step into contrary action. Contrary action equals contrary behavior equals contrary experience. That's a very simple trifecta of how you can start to deprogram yourself. Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please make sure to leave a review and follow the fun on social media because that's how it works in this world. In the meantime, get your freak on. I'll see you in the next session.